Good morning. Today is the 80th Independence Day of our India. Today, we will raise our flag. We will sing our national anthem. We will remember our freedom fighters. We will say with pride, Jai Hind. We will applaud. We will take photographs. And then tomorrow, we all will go back to normal. But I have one question. What exactly are we celebrating? 79 years ago, India became independent. The British left, the flag changed, the government changed, the rulers also changed. But did we truly understand what freedom meant? Because freedom is not merely the right to vote. It is not merely the right to speak. It is not merely the right to wave a flag. Freedom is the courage to question the world around you, even when the answer makes you uncomfortable. And that is, my friends, where the real problem begins. Because we have become very good at celebrating freedom, but perhaps not very good at using it. We complain about corruption, but how many of us refuse to participate in it when it benefits us? We demand clean streets, yet some of us still throw garbage in them. We demand honest leaders, but do we demand honesty from ourselves? We complain about the education system, but have we ever stopped to ask, are we being educated to think or merely trained to score marks? We demand progress, we demand development, we demand change. But progress without responsibility is not progress. It is simply speed in the wrong direction. And perhaps the most dangerous problem of all is we have become comfortable enough not to ask questions, comfortable enough not to care, comfortable enough to watch injustice and say, someone else will fix it. But who is that someone? The government, the courts, the police, our teachers, our parents, the next generation? No. We are the next generation. And if we keep waiting for somebody else to build the India we want, one day we may wake up and realize nobody came. Our freedom fighters did not sacrifice everything so that we could simply inherit a country. They fought so that we could inherit a responsibility. And responsibility is the part of freedom we rarely talk about. Because freedom without responsibility becomes selfishness. Freedom without truth becomes propaganda. Freedom without courage becomes silence. And sometimes silence is more dangerous than disagreement. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose said, freedom is not given, it is taken. And that should not sound like a slogan we shout once a year. It should sound like a challenge. Because freedom is not something we simply received in 1947 and placed safely on a shelf. Freedom has to be defended by every generation. Not with weapons, not with hatred, not with violence, but with courage, with knowledge, with integrity. With the courage to stand up when standing up is difficult. So today I don't want to ask you simply to be proud of India. I want to ask you to be critical of India. And before anyone misunderstands me, criticism is not hatred. Questioning your country does not mean rejecting your country. In fact, sometimes the greatest form of patriotism is refusing to accept that everything is fine. If you truly love something, you don't blindly praise it. You try to make it better. You don't say, oh, everything is perfect. You say, yeah, this could have been better. That is patriotism too. So question the system, question injustice, question corruption, question discrimination, question outdated ideas, question the things we have accepted simply because that is how it has always been. And yes, question me, but most importantly, question yourself. Ask yourself, what am I contributing? What am I tolerating? What am I ignoring? And what am I willing to change? Because India does not need another generation that simply watches history happen. India needs a generation willing to make history. A generation that does not wait for permission to do the right thing. A generation that doesn't look away when something is wrong. A generation that understands that being a citizen is not a spectator sport. And we don't need to change India through hatred. We don't need destruction, we don't need violence. We need something far more powerful. Education, innovation, courage, integrity, and above all, the ability to think for ourselves. So on this Independence Day, let us celebrate the freedom we inherited. But let us also acknowledge the freedom we still have to build. A freedom where every child can dream, where every citizen can be heard, where institutions serve people, where questions are not feared, where corruption is not normalized, where responsibility is not somebody else's job, and where patriotism isn't measured by how loudly we shout, but by how honestly we act when nobody is watching. Because the India we deserve will not simply appear. We will have to build it, brick by brick, choice by choice, action by action. And perhaps independence was never supposed to be the end of the struggle. Perhaps it was only the beginning. So today, raise the flag, sing the anthem, remember the sacrifices. Feel proud, but after that, don't just clap. Think, question, challenge, act, and then change something. Because the freedom we inherited was a gift from those who came before us. But the India we leave behind will be our answer to them. So let that answer be worthy. Let it be courageous. Let it be honest. Let it be free. Jai Hind.